This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Well, then cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
Y'all, we are recording in my kitchen because the fact is, it's freezing in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
And
it's chilly.
And so it's just too cold back there.
We've had quite a weekend of weather here in Los Angeles.
Wow.
I'll tell you.
I tell you what, I love that like so many people probably listen to us from like Canada or somewhere where right now they go, I have 6 feet of snow and that's like the least I've had all year.
Yeah. Also, do you ever find interest in anyone talking about the weather?
You know, not normally, but I feel like maybe it's a sign of age.
Yeah.
But with all this rain, because we live in California and there's always a drought, I do find it interesting when they're like, the snow banks are replenished or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, yeah, we did it, guys.
Yeah. Apparently the rain is good for LA. However, it was snowing in some weird corners of Los Angeles.
Dude,
it was very strange.
I got hail. I didn't get any
You
snow.
got hail?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh,
We only live 15 minutes apart. I don't think we got hail unless I just wasn't paying attention.
No, I took a video of it. I mean, it's just so surreal to live in Southern California. And then you look out and there's like ice bouncing. But then I went on Instagram and they were like, you know, Christy, like Link from Rhett and Link's wife. It was like a full winter wonderland.
Yeah, we have this mountain across from us and it looked gorgeous. It looked like literally we were in Colorado, which is ironically where we were supposed to be.
I can't wait to hear about it. But yes, we were tapping some Rockies up in here.
Yeah, it was beautiful, but also like eerie because you're like, this is not normal. So I want to appreciate how stunning it is, but also I have a bit of an unsettled feeling on it.
And with the rain, as we always complain about, because we complain with the rain. I mean, you thought having one dog
Oh, man.
who's pissed about the rain was hard?
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah, you're outnumbered.
Two. Tag teaming, just looking at me. I mean, it's been a rough few days.
Yeah, I bet.
I needed a night nurse or something.
I just got Goose a raincoat that fits her perfectly.
Really?
So now we have a better system involved, and she looks absolutely fucking adorable now when I take her out in the rain.
Are we talking like classic yellow?
Fluorescent green, like highlighter green.
That's your color.
I feel very much close to it. I love it very much. She's not going to get lost in the dreariness outside.
No.
But it's comical because I went on Amazon and found specifically like bulldog type
She round.
clothing. Yeah, 'cause
She round.
She's broad across the shoulders. And this fits her perfectly. So it is so cute to take her outside as much as it is so gross and uncomfortable.
Do you have photos of it for Patreon?
Yeah, I've put it on my story before, but I will definitely put it up there. And walking her with an umbrella and trying to pick up dog shit is the most comically awkward thing I've ever done. I'm terrible at it. So everyone that was driving past me while trying to do that and she's running away, quite a show. Quite a show.
We survived it, and I think it's going to rain tomorrow. So it's
I
like,
know.
whatever.
I ordered myself a rain jacket this weekend because I don't have
Nice.
one that has a hood. And I thought, oh, well, I guess this isn't stopping. So may as well be prepared.
Okay, now you
Yes.
poked around it a little bit. You were supposed to be in Denver this past weekend.
Yes.
All I know is from your story, but I'm going to need the 411.
I wrote about it on our Patreon because I write on every Friday, and that was the day we were supposed to go. And we were going to go see Sarah and Claudio, our buds that were at our wedding. And it was the first time we'd be able to see them in person since Vegas. So we were really excited, and we left our house at like 6 a.m. on Friday.
God.
So it was already like, here we go. We're doing it. And we're all excited. And then we got to the airport. We got through security. Everything was fine.
LAX or Burbank?
LAX.
Okay.
And
Oof.
we immediately had a delay on our flight for like an hour because of a technical difficulty. We found out that they were fixing a door. I felt very accomplished in that delayed hour because I waited in line to get coffee, which is like, you know, at LAX insane to do.
Getting coffee at LAX is like going somewhere when they do like one of those exclusive sneaker drops.
Yeah.
Or like a Supreme store. It's like, good God, man, just give me, throw some beans in my mouth and I'll chew it up.
I know. The line makes me question, am I obsessed? Is this at a level
Real
where
addiction.
I am really putting myself in a situation where I'm actually spending this much time in line with everyone else now just kind of like bored or grumpy waiting for this thing. So yeah, it was an interesting experience.
But here's where I'll say, and I'm going to double down on it. I've
Yeah.
said it again, and this should be especially true for airports, is there should be a separate line for people who just get plain coffee.
Yeah, I agree. That's a great idea. And
An express line.
And also, if you're going to wait in line for that long, you better have your order ready to go when you get to the front of the line. If I see anyone get to the front and there's an or there's a looking at the menu for what seems like the first time, I am furious. Quietly and politely furious.
I was gonna say, I can't really see you raging out at the Bucks.
No, but it's just building internally. So finally, like an hour and a half after we were supposed to take off, we get on our flight. Everything seems totally fine-ish. I start actually working on my Patreon posts on the plane. And then about an hour and a half into the flight, the pilot comes on the announcer and just says, hey, everyone. So you know that door that they were fixing while we were waiting on the tarmac? Turns out it's not fixed.
Oh, my God.
And before we enter over the Rockies, we are concerned about cabin pressure and there being some sort of compromise in the pressure, and we don't want those air masks to come down from the ceiling for you guys. So we are going to turn back around and go back to LAX. We are terribly sorry for the inconvenience. It was so nonchalant. It was so casual, and everyone just sort of looks up from their devices, their computers, takes their headphones off, and everyone has that shared, like your face looking at each other, just trying to confirm if we all heard the same thing and if that's the reality, if we're all sharing this like collective weird dream. And all the flight attendants, again, kudos to them because they're all so casual in this situation.
Yeah.
They have to maintain a sense of calm, and everyone's just like, what the hell's going on? And what happened was the door, I guess, wasn't fixed all the way. I finally like look up and looked around and see that there's actually just like bright orange tape on one of the doors.
No.
And Elliot looked over and he was like, so I guess we shouldn't have trusted the plane that's got tape all over the doors in the middle of it. And I was like, wow, how did we not notice that until now? Yeah, so you can't argue with them trying to protect your safety. So everyone's like furious, but there's nowhere to direct it because this is for our safety. And so
no one's going to be in the back like, risk it.
Right.
The door could pop off while we're in the middle of the mountains and we could all freeze to death. Risk it.
I've never been in a situation like that where you just immediately have to accept this complete change of plans. And then everyone's trying to use the Wi-Fi to reschedule their flights or to figure out when the next flight is. The Wi-Fi is going on and off. They have to make announcements about like the Wi-Fi, that's just the normal Wi-Fi. That's not another problem. Yeah. It's just, normally very like inconsistent. And so it was a clusterfuck of everyone kind of freaking out. But I will say, everyone seemed pretty chill.
Good. Well, they were also like, you were going LA to Denver on a Friday. So hopefully you were like with people who are going to like,
oh, the whole plane looks like everyone's about to go, everyone's either stoned or going hiking when they get off the flight. Like
hiking.
Yeah, everyone looks like a very certain type of person.
That is so scary though. I mean, like imagine, Grace, if they were like, no, it's probably fine. And the masks came down.
Yeah, that would have been.
I've never had a mask come down.
I've never had a mask come down. And I think I'd panic and be like, I have to put this on myself before everyone else. That's the only thing I know about these masks.
Well, you and I both have our anxiety manifests itself like in our breathing and in our throat.
Yeah.
So I would immediately be like, we've lost oxygen. like just from a pure anxiety.
Oh, I know. It was like probably a little over an hour back to LAX. And the whole time, every minor bit of turbulence, I was like, here we go. Oh shit, here we go.
Oh, no.
Oh my God. And everyone's being cool. The guy next to us was asleep when they brought the snacks out. And then he was like, can I get some snacks, please? And they're like, here's a gross cookie. That's all we have. Do you want this? So it's just like this bizarrely like unhelpful situation all around. And so it just sucked. We got back to LA. The rain was so shitty by that time that like we wouldn't have gotten to Denver till like super late. And we were already going for a quick trip anyway. So we just like told our friends, do you mind if we like reschedule? And it turns out they're coming to town this weekend anyway. So that was a super easy out from trying to get on another plane. And also at that point, I didn't really want to be back on a plane immediately after that and be like, I trust that this system works now.
The tape.
The tape.
The tape is what's throwing me.
I couldn't believe I didn't notice the tape. I think I was just like too excited that I had actually gotten coffee and that we were on the flight and like going to see our friends. And so it was
But how do you even take off when you're like the door might not be okay? I feel like I've been on a plane and they've been like, we're going to deplane because the toilet flusher handle's loose.
Yeah.
And because everything's so protocol.
Yeah.
That I've had them like have us go off when everyone else is like, we don't care. Like, or like there's no AC and it would be like, it's a 40-minute flight.
I know. It makes you wonder how many pilots have just flown through a situation without you readjusting and telling everyone about it. So yeah, it was very strange. And then we came back to LA, which is a weird feeling to be like, I went up in a plane today and now I'm ending my day exactly in the same place that I started my day. And it's very disorienting. And it was really extra strange because like earlier in the week, I had read this article about a flight that took off from Australia and it flew for 8 hours and it was going to New York, but there was an electrical fire in the terminal in New York. So they had to turn around and fly 8 hours back to Australia. And that's just
more than 8. That's a lot more than 8.
They were halfway there and then they had to turn around. And that just like was in my head all week for some reason. I was like, how terrible would that have been? And then cut to, we have just a minor similar experience. And huge bummer, really weird. So was in LA for the weekend with all the rain. Goose lucked out like crazy. She got out of boarding and didn't have to spend it.
Just full little middle finger claws to everyone there.
Like, as it should be. As it should be. I'm taken home. How lovely.
I also had an adventurous Friday.
Yeah, what happened?
Slightly.
Okay.
Not like yours. No possible risks to health. But so on Thursday evening, I'm perusing the Twitter. You know, I'm doing the Love Island on one screen, my script open on another screen, perusing Twitter on a third.
There you go.
You know
trifecta.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I just thought of? I was like, how could I put a hat on a hat on a hat? Remember when they had the Google glasses?
The Google. Oh, yeah.
Remember when that was going to be the thing?
What did they actually do? You could look things up with your eyeballs? What was that?
What was that?
I just have like a weird memory of being at a convention and iJustines like got them on. And I don't think like she wanted to. I think she was like a tech girl. So they're like, she'll try them out. Oh, yeah,
what did those things do? And can I get up my hands on a pair now?
The only comical glasses I like are the ones when you look forwards, you can see behind you.
Spy glasses, I got 2 pairs right now. Oh God, it came. I was like, now imagine if I was also wearing Google Lens.
What did that do? I guess you could
scrolling
see it
Instagram.
in your eyes. What were they thinking?
Would your pupil, you know how they have the filters on TikTok where they'll be like, oh, I saw this movie. And you bop your head to the right answer.
Yeah.
Like, is that what you would do with your, would you like move your eyes to like scroll?
Well, what if you just naturally move your eyes around?
Yeah.
How could you no, thank you.
I'm going to look into this.
Yeah. I got to see if this was a prank or a real product.
Yeah. It was that.
Did we all have a collective hallucination of this product?
Did this happen?
Or because our reaction to it was so bad, they just completely stopped manufacturing wherever it was in the process.
Were they like, we've gone too far, they're not ready for this?
The content creators think we're joking. Cut the funding.
Because you're right. When that was like, you know, kind of peak YouTube stuff. And I feel like we would walk around and you'd be like, oh, of course Casey Neistat's rocking the Google. I have no idea if he did, but you know
he's
what I mean?
on a hoverboard, like Googling stock market, something.
We'd be like, oh, I see the heavy hitters that got gifted from Google. What are you guys looking at? Porn?
I have a huge sweet tooth, so obviously I would fall in love with Native's new limited edition Candy Shop collection. Like all of Native's products, they're thoughtfully formulated to keep you smelling and feeling deliciously fresh all day long. You know Native for their aluminum-free deodorant. Native keeps their ingredients list bare naked with ingredients you understand, like coconut oil, shea butter, and baking soda. Native deodorant checks a lot of boxes: 72-hour odor protection, naturally derived ingredients, and a smooth smooth, residue-free application. Native also offers a variety of scents with new and limited edition scents being released all the time. When you use Native, you will smell amazing all day long thanks to their long-lasting scents. You want to smell woodsy and spicy, sweet, or clean and fresh? Native has a scent option for everyone. And right now, their limited edition Candy Shop collection features scents like gummy bears, strawberry and vanilla taffy, and sour berry belt. I got their strawberry and vanilla taffy, and oh my God, it smells delicious. Now is the time to make the switch from an antiperspirant to Native. When you visit their site, you can discover all of their fresh scents and maybe even try out one of their body washes while you're at it. Again, get on this limited edition Candy Shop collection. They smell so good, you'll want to eat yourself. I said it. Right now, go to nativedeo.com/TMGW or use promo code TMGW at checkout to get a sweet 20% off your first order. That's nativedeo.com/TMGW or use promo code TMGW at checkout for 20% off your first order.
But anyway, so I was on Twitter and I saw Tyler had posted Cocaine Bear, which is coming out the next day, like the poster, and was like, I guess I have to see this in theaters. And so I immediately replied back, I'll go with you. Yeah. And then Daniel Prada said, like, count me in, sis, or something. But, you know, just whatever. Yeah. I immediately started a group thread. I said,
he said, this isn't just a funny little banter online. No, we're making this reality.
You know me. I love a last minute plan, not even thinking that it's going to be insanely
gross out,
raining the next day. But I was like, okay, kids, which one are we going to? And I like know where everyone lives. So I suggested the Grauman's Chinese Theater in in Hollywood.
In the middle of Hollywood.
During a hurricane.
Perfect.
Which, by the way, did you know it's the TCL Theater? I've called it the TLC Theater.
That's what I was trying
my whole life.
My head was just going, what order are those letters in?
Anyway, so I was like, we can either go at 11 a.m. and I'll bring us all breakfast burritos. Daniel immediately says, I wake up at 6. And I was like, well, okay, sir. With your lifestyle brand.
Yes.
But Tyler had to Twitch in the morning. So he was like, I can make the 120. And it was before Daniel was going out of town. So we were like, okay, let's do it. And we all showed up.
That's incredible.
I mean, it was like raining sideways in like the worst neighborhood. And also like the neighborhood, if you are there and it's raining, you're in a poncho because you're a tourist.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no one there who isn't a tourist.
No, absolutely not. It feels like you shouldn't be there.
There was so much rain. There weren't any creepy like dollar store versions of the Joker and Batman. You know
they had all called it a day. They said it's not worth it.
So we don't work in these conditions. Okay. So we show up. I hadn't seen Tyler
in years
since before the pandemic.
That's 3 years.
It's crazy.
Wow.
I said to him, I was like, the last time I saw you, we were doing like a video together over Zoom. I was like, and then Grace and I were supposed to get drinks with you and your mom like in the last year. And then like I was sick or something. We've seen his mom multiple times.
Before we've seen him.
Totally. So anyway, so it was just so great.
Oh,
and
that's so sweet.
You know, like Tyler is rocking this like Devin Sawa, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, like waved pulled back hair.
Nice.
It looks great. And so we go in because Daniel was running behind. And as soon as we go into the lobby, there's like a tiny step and repeat and a table with 2 old men that just go, are you here for the festival? We go, no, we're here for Cocaine Bear. You know, and it was like the Golden State, you know, like film festival. The whole lobby is totally empty. You know? So we were like, I said, but good luck.
Give him a peace sign.
And gave him a peace sign. All right. So we get our diet sodas.
Love it. Love the specificity.
I snuck in organic Twizzlers.
Whoa.
They were not good.
Yeah, that's quite a choice.
You know, I had a Twizzler craving the other day.
What's organic about Twizzlers?
It's just not made with like cornstarch and stuff. Okay. It was like a natural sugar berry red vine kind of.
That is a choice. All right.
It made me feel slightly better.
Okay.
Because I will eat a whole bag of Twizzlers and then leave with like, it feels like a giant baby bell of plastic.
It's like, Twizzlers aren't my candy of choice.
I'm like, how am I going to pass this?
Yeah. It's just you just ate a rubber ball. Good luck.
I used to do that all the time too when I worked at a movie theater. But so I get an occasional every 5 years licorice craving. So we go in, we're seated. What's so funny is Daniel kept being like, should I get our tickets in advance? Should we get the tickets in advance? Do you guys want me to get them? There's four other people there.
Oh, thinking it's going to be sold out.
Yes. So we're sitting there watching the previews. Daniel arrives. It's one of those great, like, how will he possibly find us?
Yeah.
He sits down and we settle in for the movie and we had a blast.
Oh, yay.
The movie itself is so fucking fun. Like, I knew it would be like, yeah, there's a bear and it's going to be like a little silly, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it's a lot more gory than I expected.
Oh, okay.
But in like kind of a camp way.
Oh, fun.
Like, it's done well, but like the way some people die and things like that, you're like, there's also a lot of jump scares.
Okay.
And Daniel was going full scary movie, like It's Quiet for a Second and it's like a don't go girl.
Having a dialogue with the film in real time.
Yes, and Tyler's just classically like, like I'm just cracking up the whole entire time. So we had like the best. I recommend it to anyone.
That's great.
And then as we leave, there's like we're like, well, it's raining, so I don't want to go find somewhere to go. Yeah. We're like, well, let's just sit on this little couch in the lobby and catch up for like a second.
Yeah.
We sat there for an hour. As we and like within the hour, like towards the end of it, we're like goofing about YouTube stuff and catching up about new stuff and dating and like all that jazz. And this girl comes up with another guy who looked and dressed exactly like Carrot Top.
Oh,
like he came over and it was like red, crazy curly hair. And every article of clothing on him was a different pattern.
Okay.
So they just come up and they go, we go, we're not with the festival. Right. She goes, oh, okay. All right. Well, if you want to see something, and she like gives us her flyer and we're like, oh, thanks. Good. We were like, congrats on the film. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Then an old lady in a full sequin jacket comes to us. Are you here with the festival?
Who are they looking for? Why are so many people looking for people with the festival? Or is that like a code word to get in, like a password to get into something?
I was just like, is there some weird 3 p.m. festival mixer that 4 people showed up to?
Right, that they're trying to gather the masses for.
We've been sitting on holding court for like an hour. We were just like, we're not with the festival. We're literally like talking shit about 2013 and like learning how awful boys are on dating apps. But it was so great.
Oh, that's so nice.
I loved it. And then Daniel and I were in the same parking garage. So then we walked down there and then stood there for 30 minutes chatting before we got in our cars.
Sweet.
But I mean,
How
Cocaine
are those
Bear.
boys? They're doing well.
They're so handsome. They're so grounded.
I know, they have their systems figured out.
They really do.
Daniel's Instagram is just so lovely all the time that I'm like, oh, he's really capable and has his shit together.
Oh, it's so great. It's so soothing and like he has it together. But then I'm also on the close friends and then I get the tea.
Oh.
He gets sassy on the close friends. I never use close friends.
I don't even know how you do it. I only just realized that I didn't have respond to my stories open on my phone.
Really?
Yeah.
But I respond to your stories.
I think I didn't have it open for everyone. I think I just had it open to people I follow. And I just had that switch the other day.
You're like, no one comments on my shit ever.
I was like, how come I'm not getting much interaction? Oh, I've put the barrier up. Okay. Yeah, I realize more and more I'm very much not a detail-oriented person. Like, I think that's why TikTok freaks me out so much because there's so many buttons and levers and I don't know how to set it up correctly.
I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to do like at least one a week, but I mean, it just...
Oh, you know what?
There's so much stuff.
I was on there this afternoon. It is so interesting to see how many people post about here's a trending sound. Do you get that on your For You page all the time?
Well, yeah. Well,
use this sound before it takes off, and like here's all the ways in which you can get more numbers. Here's all the system and the situation. It's interesting. Gives me anxiety.
It's just like tutorial after tutorial. Yeah, it'll pop up and it'll be like, here's the new sound. It'll be like, ding, 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 ding. And they'll be like, try it if you want to show how your dog's an idiot or what you think of in class. Or
It's like, use this sound. And then all you have to say is something you don't like.
You're like, thanks for the Mad Libs of how to be funny on here.
I don't know why it gives me so much cringe in my whole body. I see the purpose of it, but I really disagree with the authenticity of it.
Well, it's just because when we were doing YouTube stuff, like there weren't like no one had been like, here's 5 things you can do on your YouTube channel this week that'll get it trending. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that just didn't exist. Well, you were just kind of throwing shit out there.
Yeah, now it's just like, here's quick fixes to get you an audience. And I'm like, is that really what everyone's going for? I guess so.
No, I'd rather slowly build as all the comments are like, we thought you were dead.
I will say, I've been asking on Instagram every week, like, what does everyone want us to talk about? Because I use it as like a little temperature check, but people are sassy in their responses.
Really?
I got 2 that were like,
oh, tell them, Grace.
So instead of Googling weird news 15 minutes before recording, you want us to do the work? Okay, I like it. And y'all never get to these anyway, lol. And
well, like, someone said that to me before, and then I and then they were immediately, I said it on our podcast, they were immediately like, oh my God, that was me. You know, so I feel like people are now hating, so they get mentioned on here.
Yeah, and I don't mean to put a spotlight on that. I'm just going, hey, y'all, I put it out there as a temperature check to see what everyone's into. Everyone's talking about Selena and Haley. Or Bieber this week, and
the eyebrow drama. The eyebrow drama.
It's a long history of people really dissecting every single thing that they post online for meaning and significance and some sort of like plot against each other in some way, and it is a bit sad.
Yeah, it's real sad. Like I had something. I mean, I'll be honest. I had a couple cocktails and I fell into it for a second. Okay?
Yeah.
I watched a couple things.
I went through about 4 BuzzFeed articles earlier today because so many people had mentioned it on Instagram that I was like, let me actually catch up on this.
Well, I saw that she had
and here we are talking about
I know, right? Sorry. Well, I'll say one thing though.
Yeah.
She had done her eyebrows or whatever, and she did the thing that I did that was like crazy, where it was like a Brazilian blowout for your brows. I need to
you laminate them?
Laminate, which is such a weird.
You should only do that for paper.
I know. You only do that for documents, not your social security card, I learned.
Oh, okay.
It's invalid if you laminate it.
Oh, interesting. But
Yeah.
laminated eyebrows, to me, they look like when drag queens glue their eyebrows down before they, you know, cake foundation.
However,
over it.
I'll say when I got it done, it looked like I had double the brows.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, and
it's
I'm
nice
working
that
with
they're already done for you.
It was great. But anyway, I saw that, but then I was like, oh, this is stupid. And then I looked at another, and it was someone being like, you know, top 20 times that Hailey Bieber has copied Selena Gomez's look. Grace, it was like, oh, they both wore a white dress.
They both wore sneakers.
Oh, they both wore belts 12 years apart.
Yeah.
Like, it was so bad.
It's it's a lot. What I was going through, it's like she used this song choice, and that's a song that Selena Gomez had a version of that she's in, and she chose to use the one that she's not in. This must mean that there's something there. I'm like, oh, I don't like this.
If there's that level of petty, here's the thing that the internet has done. It has turned everyone into thinking they're an amateur sleuth.
Yeah.
And as someone who likes to sleuth about, I get it.
I get my sleuth on occasionally.
Yeah, well, I mean, like Nextdoor apps, etc.
Yeah.
Like, I will, as a kid who, do you remember a show Ghostwriter?
The
Came
name
on
is familiar.
PBS.
No.
When I was a youngster.
No.
It was one of those shows that like I was obsessed with, but like I never knew when it came on.
Yeah.
And like the TV, there was no, we never bought TV guides.
Yeah,
So it'd be
yeah.
one of those, and I'd be like, oh God, I got
There
it.
it is. Go.
Holy shit, I caught it. But it would be like, you know, oh, we're gonna solve this mystery. I wanted there to be mysteries in my childhood so badly.
Yeah, I mean, you have the Olsen twins solving crimes and murder mysteries all the time. We have Nancy Drew. We have like the Babysitters Club. It feels like these, like, you are as a young girl meant to find out and figure out these ridiculous crimes.
Totally. There at
You're
any
the
point,
least person that someone would suspect to figure something out. So it's your duty and challenge.
I'd be like, well, Harriet the Spy.
Yeah.
Like there were so many where you were just like, well, at one point am I going to have to stand on my friend's shoulders with a trench coat on, or like, at one point am I going to sneak into this place because I'm just short enough?
Yeah, exactly.
Do I need to get underneath the room service cart?
Yep,
Because
thank God
do it.
I brought my notebook with me. I'll take notes of what I'm seeing right now.
And maybe I'll try it in cursive, which I just learned. But anyway, I feel like now there's kids that like that's their version of a mystery, or you know what I mean? Of like, well, let me break this down. It's when it's full grown ass adults doing it that I'm like, go have sex.
Yeah. It also
That's my new touch grass. Go get fucked.
Go get fucked. It also feels like you're putting a lot of like confidence in the idea that they've spent this much time being this deceptive with the way they're shading each other, but also that they're like, if they're gonna hate on each other, wouldn't they be pretty direct about it?
Feuds are great PR.
I don't know that they would be. I mean, Taylor Swift is the one to plant Easter eggs and all of her stuff. I don't know that everyone else is doing that, though.
That's true. She goes full Russian nesting doll of a hint.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say something. Oh, what was I going to say?
This is also why we could never solve any murder mysteries.
Oh, it had to do with kids' books because you were just bringing them up.
Oh, yeah.
Guess what I learned today?
What?
I learned that all the Babysitters Club book covers were oil paintings.
Oh.
That they then put on the covers. And there's this one artist who oil painted every single cover of the Babysitters Club.
Whoa.
Right? And I learned his name and that he had like sold a couple. So I immediately found him and sent him an email being like, I would like to buy a babysitter. I mean, who knows what he's, I haven't heard yet. I sent him a DM on Instagram and then I commented on his last post, sent DM with a little upside down smiley face.
He's taken the covers and made them into oil paintings?
No, so the cover, look up like original Babysitters Club book covers. Okay. So they had these like very kind of like cute, dramatic, like painted pictures on them. But those are actual original oil paintings that then they took a picture of and put on. So yeah, so they're all oil paintings originally.
Wow.
And it's one artist and there's like, you know, like 100 and something books, who knows?
Yeah.
So I then found his website and emailed him on there. But I haven't heard anything, but like, I thought that was so dope.
I'm so curious how much they cost.
I am too.
Keep us posted.
Because I'm sure it also depends on like, if it's Mallory's first kiss.
Mallory's first clit. Sorry,
she's into girls. If it's like Mallory's first kiss, no one gives a fuck. But if it's like Stacy's secret about her diabetes, that's top dollar.
I don't think I ever read a Babysitter's Club
Stop
book.
it. Get out of here.
I think I read a couple Nancy Drew. I read Fear Street. That was the thing that
What's
we read.
Fear Street? I read Goosebumps.
It was basically another version of Goosebumps, but it was called Fear Street, and it felt very teen. Oh. It was always like there was love interest happening. It felt like someone accidentally ended up in a bedroom with like someone else. It was totally tame, but it was like scandalous for like 5th or 6th grade.
Yeah. Well, so was Babysitter's Club because it was like Marianne, the quiet bookworm, had a hot boyfriend named Logan.
Oh shit. Shit.
So there were like very minimal love interest where like maybe they hinted at one of them got kissed.
Okay. Oh, speaking of kiss, I have something.
Speaking of kiss, let me know. But anyway, I'll let you know if I hear from him. But I'm like really like, that's one of those things where I'm like, oh, that would be the most expensive piece of art I've ever bought. But like, I think I'd have to do it.
What, worth it? Yeah, that's like literally a collector's item.
Mm-hmm. I get that shit insured. Power up for springtime with Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. That's right, there is no cooking involved. That way, you get nutritious, chef-prepared meals delivered right to your door, and you still have time and energy to tackle everything else that's on your long to-do list. Here's a cool thing. They've got calorie-smart meals that are around 550 calories or less. Okay, maybe you're trying to get ready for summertime, baby. If you're too busy to cook, with Factor, skip the trip to the grocery store, skip the chopping, the prepping, and the cleaning up. Their fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just Dos minutos. That is 2 minutes. So all you have to do is heat and enjoy. And they've got everything for your palate or diet. They've got everything from keto to vegan and veggie, which you know I love, Calorie Smart, like I said, and Protein Plus. Okay, put on them muscles, baby. One thing I really like about this service is that they will swap in like low carb options. I am obsessed with cauliflower rice, okay? I almost like it more than regular rice. Don't come for me. And they use a lot of that in their meals, and everything just feels very fresh, very clean, and very good for your body. They've got options all across the board every single week, and everything is prepared by chefs and approved by dietitians. So all the ingredients will have you feeling satisfied all day long. There's 34 options every single week, so you're never gonna get tired of it. Plus there's breakfast options like egg bites. Y'all know I love a freaking egg bite, smoothies, and more, plus 45 add-ons if you want some snacks. So forget about takeout, get Factor instead. You can have that food hot and ready to go in just 2 minutes. You gotta give it a try. And if you want to, now you can head to factormeals.com/TMGW50 and use code TMGW50 to get 50% off your first box. That's code TMGW50 at factormeals.com/TMGW50 to get 50% off your first box.
Speaking of kissing, I saw this.
Always are.
We always are. I saw this earlier. There's a remote kissing device.
Okay.
Have you seen this?
I've seen the picture, but I haven't read the article.
Okay. This Chinese kissing device lets you smooch over the internet. So it's...
Oh my God.
When you look at it, it's this device that you strap onto your phone. And it basically is a way to let long-distance couples share real physical intimacy. It's creating a buzz among Chinese social media users, and it's basically this device that's got like lips on it.
It looks like a fleshlight.
Yeah, it's equipped with pressure sensors and actuators. This device is said to be able to mimic a real kiss by replicating the pressure, movement, and temperature of a user's lips.
Wait, okay, so if I'm kissing my kiss hole.
So to send a kiss, it looks like a big inhaler.
Yeah.
But the inhaler part has like a lip molded
prosthetic.
Prosthetic on it that you kiss. So to send a kiss, the users need to download a mobile phone app and plug the device into their phone charging port. After pairing with their partners in the app, couples can start a video call and transmit replicas of their smooches to each other. So you and Chip can both plug these into your phones. You both log into your app, and then when you kiss your device, it'll
feels what I'm
replicate
doing.
On his, supposedly.
That is so bizarre.
Yeah, and there's apparently it also allows users to pair up anonymously with strangers in the kissing square function of the app.
See, this is what I was going to get to. Okay. I have so many thoughts.
It says if two strangers match successfully and like each other, they can ask to exchange kisses.
It's so weird.
I don't know how to process, and I'm like this. I'm surprised this doesn't already exist with things like the fleshlight, and also this makes me believe like, oh, so you can fuck your phone and now feel like you're fucking someone else. Like that probably exists or is not far behind.
Oh, okay, 2 things. My first thing is, I would have loved this as a kid. To practice kissing on.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
I would have absolutely been walked in on by my mom multiple times a day.
We only had posters and pillows.
Yeah. You can only do so much tongue on a flat Tiger Beat poster of JTT. I would have loved this. Second of all, you know what this makes me think is down the road. Because if you can program how you actually kiss, there could be like kissing cameos.
Oh,
if someone was like
OnlyFans,
an OnlyFans, yeah. If it was just being like, well,
it's like a new kissing booth.
I'm never gonna for charity, I'm releasing a kiss on Cameo, said Ryan Gosling or whatever, and then you'll be like, let me see how Ryan Gosling kisses, I guess.
Well, the wild thing is that dozens of users have shared the reviews of the device, which right now is priced at $41.
That's it.
That's it. So I don't know how, like, if this is beta testing or if this is like in its final form,
or they're like
what.
somehow getting DNA samples from everyone to, you know what I mean? Like, where's the thing where you learn when you do like the AI generator and everyone's like, well, great, you just gave all your information to Russia. You know, like, what are we going to learn later that this has done?
This is stolen from us. Yeah. And I just see all of the memes about now you're just kissing your FBI agent on the other
Yes.
end.
Oh my God. It's so strange. I can't believe that price point.
I know. That's the thing that got me too. That I was like, does this really, how would you even, I guess, really know if it worked too?
Can we get one to like, to try it on Patreon?
I don't know if it's only available in China right now or if it's released worldwide. I'm not sure.
Because I wonder how realistic it is. Because, you know, I kind of feel like the mouth would be like an animatronic at like Showbiz Pizza. I'd be like, wah,
right. The mouth itself doesn't, does the mouth move like that? I guess it must. I'm really curious and also just a little uncomfortable about the whole thing.
I'm incredibly uncomfortable. Also, can you say what kind of mouth your partner, you know, like, do you get like a mold? Like if they sent you a kit and they were like, you're going to mold your mouth and he's going to mold, his mouth and do it.
Is that it'll never...
I don't know this guy's mouth. He's got pillowy lips.
I know. That's the thing. It's like you will never have the same actual experience as kissing your partner. So I don't know what the difference would be in just kissing your phone with your partner's face there versus kissing this plastic lip attachment.
Also,
on your phone.
I don't kiss with my eyes open. So then what? Yeah. I'm going to kiss a robot to look at you?
You're going to kiss your phone. It literally cradles your phone while you kiss the bottom of it. So
I hate it. The reviews are in. I hate it.
Can you imagine parents walking in on their kids just literally holding their phone to their face, kissing it?
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be constant. I bet it's going to like lock up to porn. It's going to lock up to like other movies where you'd be like, well, you know what? I'd like to experience the Hugh Grant kiss in Bridget Jones' Diary. And you do like watch it on your phone, but like you become,
oh my God,
like VR stuff.
Like if 40X includes the kissing device.
Oh my God.
Kissing in the scene.
Wait, didn't you go to see something else in 40X?
Yeah.
Which one was that?
Oh man. Okay. So Elliot's birthday was last week and I planned this whole cute little day.
I saw the diner breakfast.
We went
so
to
cute.
breakfast at a diner and then we went and got couples massages at this place that we really like to get massages from. I booked the wrong type of massage. No. It was the most painful experience I have ever had.
No.
And Elliot as well.
Wait, was it like Thai?
It was what was called like a office special. So for people that sit in desk chairs all day, it focuses on your neck and your shoulders and your lower back if you want that.
That makes sense.
So I was like, this is good for us. Like we've been sitting a lot and I know that I have all my tension in my shoulders and my neck.
They were like, no, what happens is all your masseuses talk like Michael Scott.
Yeah. Just Michael Scott sound bites.
Mindy Kaling comes in and complains.
It was so painful. And of course, like both of us are next to each other, but I'm thinking that this must be me. It must be a me problem. I asked this woman to be softer, more gentle twice.
Did like Elliot giggle when you said it?
That took so much courage for me to like.
I'm proud of you.
I was like, I am going to start crying. Like this is whatever. She had the strongest fingers I've ever felt on a human being. Ever. And we've gone to this place before and gotten massages, but Elliot had booked them last time, so he must have booked something different and they were totally great. And so when it was over, I told him, I was like, oh man, mine was kind of painful. He's like, thank God you said that. Mine was painful start to finish. No. So it was just two of us for an hour quietly containing ourselves, trying not to say anything and trying to just get through it and thinking that it must be an us problem.
Did you feel did you feel like, they worked something out by the next day?
When I finally got the courage to ask her to be softer, she was like, it's a big one. And
the knot,
because I clearly have knots, but whatever this technique was just like way too much all at once.
Well, because there's people, and I've done it both ways. There's sometimes where you go, I want to go get a massage to relax.
Yeah.
And there's people that go, I'm going to this massage as if it's like a medical thing I need to do.
Yeah, that's what I kept trying to get in the mindset. I was like, well, this is just going to hurt and maybe it'll be worth it because it'll feel good later. However, we walked out of there like I felt like I had done 1,000 push-ups or that I had gotten in a car accident. I was just like walking out of there so awkward. And then I had gotten us tickets to go to 4DX and see Ant-Man in chairs that shook for 2 hours
Oh
straight.
my God.
So we were like cracking up. And I was like, oh, I have all of the elements for a nice birthday day for you. They're just not in the right order
I love
now. So we did go, we took an edible and went and saw Ant-Man. And there were like, 3 other people in the movie theater. And it was totally fine. But I was like, if at any point you need to leave because you are in pain, we can leave. But the movie was fine. It wasn't great. No. And it was just, 4DX is super fun and very silly.
I have 2 questions.
Yeah.
One, who thinks that a person is going to book the painful one for a couple's massage? Like they should have said, well, if you want to be in the same room, we're thinking this is like romantic. Yeah. So why don't you look at our other options? You know what I mean? Like that's something you do in private to get worked out.
I don't know.
And then second of all, what was the most unique 4D effect they did?
This one felt like it was a little bit less intense than Avatar was. So they didn't really do anything too unique. It was all the same thing, but they do have that one odor that comes in. It was the same odor.
It was the
Avatar.
same odor?
I smelled it immediately. I was like, guys, we need some variety here, please.
You're like, I want to smell Paul Rudd's cologne. Yeah. I don't want to be back in the lizard tank.
I don't want to be in the lagoon anymore, please.
Maybe they were just like getting rid of excess odor they still had before they could put in the new one.
Yeah, but it was really fun. The movie was fine. I wish it was a little bit better, but it's like a big spectacular film.
You know what I think will be fun in that? The next Fast and Furious.
Oh yeah,
that
totally.
Could be a fun one.
That would be great. That'd be a great first one for you to go to.
I think I got to go before that.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely.
Oh man, this is fun.
This was fun.
We did it. We're having a good time.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any housekeeping that we need to tell anyone.
I do want to say barflies because things have been crazy. So we are going to do like a Friday happy hour barfly style. Not this Friday, but on March 10th. In the meantime, Grace will announce her next book, all that, because I know I'm already behind.
It's a short month. February is a short month.
It is. Thank you so much.
There you go.
I'm a short king. So we're going to do that Friday. All the deets I'll put up on my Instagram if you aren't a Patreon. And if you aren't a patron, what are you thinking?
How dare you? You should get over there. It's a fun time. The community is so lovely.
So great. Oh my God. Whew. Oh, but this is a good time. You've had, between that massage and the flight and all of that, I need you to go home and lay down.
Seriously, I have been discombobulated. I need to go finish Formula One. The new season's out, by the way.
I haven't started it yet, but I did get a text from Chip 2 days ago, or maybe it was yesterday, but it didn't say hey, are we watching this individually? It just says, hey, we're watching this individually. I was like, I think he's ready to watch.
Yeah, it's great. And it goes so quick. The episodes are short.
Oh, man. Well, I'll say it once, I'll say it again.
Yep.
This got weird.
Mm-hmm.